so you've got the individual setups now per client. So if you open up the client folder, I've got some suggestions around that. Oh, so you said that you're managing revisions with
Frame.io.
With Frame.io. Okay. So when you are publishing assets or you have assets ready to be published, where do you put those?
So they are on frame.io. We downloaded from there because of whoever editor put it there. We downloaded and we uploaded to YouTube. Once it's on YouTube, then we put it into our backup folder.
My recommendation would be that you have the backup folder in here.
Yeah, that would make sense. So that's another
that would be another folder. Yeah.
Backup. And then can you limit that specific folder? But it's not needed.
Well, they can't edit. Yeah, your customers can't edit. I mean, if you wanted to make that even more secure for your team, you might make one completely separate backup shared drive just for your team. So you might call it like content archive, and every single published or completed video would go into content archive. That would be a separate shared drive. And then you would give your team only the ability to contribute, but not to delete that.
Yeah, I mean, I think backup would be within the client. It's better organized that way anyway, I think.
It is better organized here. The other thing is like the customer, let's say for example, or the client, if they decided, you know what, I want to re-upload this video with different title and thumbnail, they've got an easy place that they can go to, which is their one client folder, and they've got all the stuff, right? And they can go get the raw again whenever they need to. And the customer uploading or downloading these doesn't count towards your quota on uploads or downloads or daily limits or anything like that. So they can go nuts. If they want to, download the whole thing in one go, that's up to them. If they want to zip it and do like a Google takeout type thing, they can easily do that. Cool. Okay. So I would probably create one folder here and call it Dropbox, unless you want customers to just drop stuff in the root folder like what I've done there. It might be easier if it's in the root folder because then your team see it immediately. So maybe that's...
Yeah, and then if something is here, that means it's unprocessed.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And then the team would move it. So maybe you would have like a processing folder that your team could move. Oh, no, they would move it into RAW, wouldn't they? They'd move it into RAW once they start processing.
Well, ideally, they put the footage into RAW footage, and then also with the onboarding, they'll add it themselves to the thumbnail and the brand assets. So it probably is best that they just upload it straight to RAW footage. But then within RAW footage, we have like a done folder as well. So I know which we already have, if we're still working on it, then it's here. And if it's already edited, it goes into done. But then on the other hand, like I don't know if I want to keep the raw footage over time because that will rack up.
It will eventually, yeah. Especially like with 4K. Yeah, so kind of monitor that and see how that goes. It's pretty affordable to just like purchase an extra user when you need another 2 terabytes of storage. That's a pretty easy way of getting it. It's $20 a month, so that's an easy way of getting more storage. The other thing I'm not sure if this is a consideration or not, but what we do is for each project or video that we publish, we've got one folder just for that video. So I'll show you what ours.
That could go in backup. I was thinking.
Yeah, well, you might. I don't know if you'll end up with more folders or less folders doing it this way, but let me show you either way, just in case it's of interest to you. So in my drive, I'll open up itGenius. Cool. So we've got, and this is just a subfolder of a. I didn't move my other ones yet. I created my 2025 folder, but I haven't moved everything yet. Okay, cool. So each video will sit in its own folder, and then within that folder, we'll have thumbs. There's the raw footage, the raw audio, stuff like that. My team happened to put, if they're editing something that's alive, so it wasn't edited, but 6 ways to fix a Chromebook. Here we go. So the team will have version 1, version 2. We happen to keep every one of those in Drive. I've got like an insane amount of storage because we have so many people in the company. We get 2 or 3 terabytes each, whatever it is. That might be a way to consider things. We've got like the raw video there. We use Asana to track the status on everything. So it doesn't matter files are in what folders, I don't really care because I'm just using Asana as the source of truth. So if you end up using Asana more for tracking, might not then need to bother too much with like what's sitting in what folder, because the team can get a bit lax sometimes with like move the file into the right folder or whatever.
So we use Asana to track and to share links and even like backup thumbnails, because thumbnails are within the upload limits. And then we have frame.io, which can use multiple versions, and you can use comparison view as well. So if you do multiple edits as a reviewer or like quality control, you can see if they changed the comments from the previous video.
Yeah,
it's like next to each other, so it's perfect. So that's that. And then once it's finished on Frame, then we go to Google Drive. So once the video is already on YouTube.
All right, that sounds good. I've got everything marked off my list apart from migration. Do you want to loop back to migrating data into the shared drives?
From OneDrive or
from your My Drive and or from OneDrive?
Yeah, we can do from My Drive. So
there's a bit of a challenge with migrating from My Drive, and that is only stuff that you own.
Yeah, that's going to be an issue already.
Yes. Yeah, it is an issue.
Because clients like this, they upload their own footage, and so that's owned by them.
Yes. So that will need to be dragged and dropped in by the person that owns those.
I mean, after we already have all of this done, so same with here. Like, honestly, I don't need to keep any of this. So it's only, this is all processed in a way, so I don't need that footage.
Great.
Same for this. Actually, I can move this. And this is being edited right now. I just know because I handled this specific line.
Yeah.
But like I don't think I need to migrate actually. Not what is in progress, maybe what's backup, which is also a good question if it's backed up by us or not.
Well, have you got one of those folders that's not huge that you want to try? Or like a past client that, you don't think there'll be an issue?
This is, it's only 2 videos here, but that's not organized.
Okay, cool. So you can drag drop, or you can click on the name of the folder there and go to organize or move. Organize, there we go. Yep, move, and you should be able to move that. You could. So if you go to all locations, that should show you your shared drives. Yeah, cool. So you could try moving it to PlayStack Team if you want. You just need to move it to somewhere.
If we own this footage.
If you own the footage. There we go. Okay. Now, because you click past it, you might not have seen it. This option has more privileges when you're a super administrator. Not everyone will be able to do this same migration process in the same way that you can. Because you're the super admin on the domain, you get additional privileges to move it no matter who in your business owns it. If somebody outside the business owns it, that's a different story. But as long as you own it in the business, the super admin can move it into a shared drive. So if you ever run into issues, just make sure you're doing it with a super admin account.
Yep.
Now from OneDrive, you can drag and drop from your machine. Our team can use automated tools to do it, or you can use like a remote machine sitting in a data center. That's another way of doing it too. Yeah,
I mean, it's not too big of an issue right now. And then we'll probably contact you guys, or I had a VA do it manually.
Yeah. Honestly, like it's easier to, you've already got the benefit of our team. Just ask our team to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll use their tools and they verify the data's gone across and they'll...
Okay, yeah, that's my biggest issue. Like, if we're 100% sure.
That's the team. That's the thing that our team do is like they'll verify the data before and after, and they'll give you a report and all that kind of stuff. And they've done it 100 times as well, so they know the method to get it correctly. Cool. It looks like you just need to set up each of the shared drives for your teams. Anything else on shared drives you want to cover?
I mean, I can create a client folder and then each individual client's in there rather than having all the client folders in here.
No.
That doesn't.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, because I mean, look, you could do that, and then you would have no. Is the short answer.
I need each individual client here. I can't have another client like shared folder.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Because otherwise people could put stuff in, because the permissions are actually at the top level. You can share a folder out, but then it gets messy and it's too easy for clients to potentially see other client stuff or clients to potentially modify other client stuff. One shared drive per client is the best practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Otherwise, the permissions turn into a mess, and the management will turn into a mess. Now, if you switch to, I know you're a creative guy. That's why you've got. That's why you like the weird view. I'm going to call it weird. But if you see here when you're in this list view, that you can see the members immediately of who's in there.
Yeah.
And I like to use that as a bit of a check. Oh, this client folder has like 15 people in it. I don't think there's 15 people that we're working with there. Let me go and check the permissions on that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can use that for a check. I'm not forcing you to use this view.
No, I prefer this view. No,
that's it. Yeah.
Like these ones here.
Ah, I see. Okay.
I don't know why.
And you can make it more compact as well, right? If you go to settings, if you hit the drive settings, the settings wheel up the top right, it's kind of near the Google logo. Yep, settings. There
it's
is.
so dark. I don't know why.
There we go. Density. So you can go to compact if you want, and that, in my opinion, is much better because you can see way more. Probably doesn't help for that, but when you're in list view, or go to like your My Drive, there you go. That makes it easier if you've got a lot.
But it didn't change.
Go back. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, go back to My Drive. You should see it looks. Yeah. See.
Yeah, but not in shared drive. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I know you got to be in list view. It only matters in list view. But when you've got like 20 clients there, it's easier to be able to see more of them. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear, huh?
Yes. So the last thing is, let's fix your admin issue. I want to fix that right now. So go to your admin panel and find your Milan user. You can just search if you want. And then you know how to make someone a super admin. So you should be able to, there you go. So you can add the administrator.
Super admin, I think.
Oh, you are a super admin. Okay, well, let's remove the super admin permission from the team and go and remove that privilege from the team account. Yeah, because if you've got other people using that, you definitely don't want that. Roles. There we go.
And so
just
how do I?
You just kind of click in the middle, I think, or maybe you click the super admin button.
I can't. Ooh. This is our primary.
Well, it might be because it's primary, or it might be because you can't unassign it from yourself. So sign in as Milan.
I don't do complicated passwords on my own stuff. Which I should, but all right, let me.
So you click the user. You click the user first. So PlayStack team. Yep, and then you can remove the. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Select. Yeah, there we go. It prompts you selecting your primary admin, so you can make yourself. Yeah, now.
Can you create two or only one? No, only one.
No, only one primary admin.
Secondary. That's my personal secondary, but should I make that Mike's then?
No, that needs to be off domain. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's fine.
And then just group admin, or do I need
to? Team shouldn't need anything. I wouldn't. If you're sharing that with staff members, unless they have a need for any sort of like the ability to reset other people's passwords, they should have no admin rights.
But they still that's fine.
Cool. The only thing you might want to do is set up like shared calendars and invite the groups to that, or shared chat rooms and invite the groups to that. But I think you're pretty heavy on Slack. So
we're very heavy on Slack, but we do use this. We use this email for some calendar stuff, including our weekly calls.
Okay, well, we can share that calendar to the groups if you like. So if you go to calendar, but you want to be logged in as the team account. And if you go to calendar sharing, so go to PlayStack team on the left-hand side where it says My Calendars. Yep, go to sharing settings, and then there we go. Okay, great. So you probably want to add management at here as a group. So anytime you, Milan, want to do something, so that's fine. Now on permissions, see all event details. You probably want make changes to events. Yep.
This one?
Yep. Cool. Send. Great. I think it auto saves. Yep, it auto saves. Wonderful. Cool. So what that means, now you might need to go to your email and accept it. The notifications are weird on this. You might have it automatically, or you might need to go to your email and accept it.
There we go.
Nice. That was weird.
Okay.
Cool.
So busy.
Yeah. So drag and drop calendar event anywhere. Right? Obviously that'll be on your calendar, but down the bottom, see it says Milan. Just click on that on your name. You can change that to team one if you want.
Yeah, I do that with my personal one. I do
Right.
that way.
Great.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Cool. Have you got anything else on your list that I can help with?
Not in this space. Maybe we'll do another one on Asana or something.
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to. Okay, well, rock and roll. Thank you so much. I'll do the little outro. If you're listening in or you're watching in and you want to check out what Milan does, check out playstack.co and I'll do my little wrap up here. Thank you so much for joining. If you've got comments, if you've got thoughts, if this was useful or not, please drop them down in the chat. I read every single one of the comments. And if you need help with your Google Workspace account, if you want our team to hold your hand setting up stuff like this, head along to itgenius.com in the link down below. If you've been using Workspace for a period of time and you just want to do like a bit of a health check, just check if you're getting the most out of the platform. If you don't feel like you're really getting the most out of Google Workspace because you've had it for years and you don't know what it can do, just like, Milan had some options for improvement here, then our team would love to help you out with that. So if you're interested in that, click on the link down below, ask the team for a health check, and we'll give a specific link to the health check offer down there as well. And if not, I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.